It all started with a prolonged drought period, which probably was longer than 100 years. The weather before was much wetter, and the weather afterwards is more the weather we have today.
تستضيف دائرة الآثار والمتاحف خلال هذه الفترة فريق من جامعة كوينيبيك القادم لعمل بعض الدراسات على البقايا البشرية في إمارة راس الخيمة، والتي ترجع إلى حقبة وادي أم النار. نتوقع إن شاء الله من هذه الزيارة الحصول على العديد من المعلومات اللي راح تفيدنا إن شاء الله كدائرة آثار ومتاحف كحكومة راس الخيمة عن حياة البشر خلال الفترة الماضية، طريقة أكلهم، المناخ الذي كان سائد في هذه المنطقة.
In northern Mesopotamia, in Syria and Iraq, hundreds of towns disappear. In Iran, civilizations disappear around the same time, and even here, large swaths of this area in Southeast Arabia are falling bare. There is no more archaeological finds from these periods. But Ras Al Khaimah is quite special. We have a huge amount of tombs, we have a huge amount of other finds which indicate that life here was a real oasis, a pocket of life in an otherwise quite devastated landscape. The bones which they had were from the 3rd millennium, but they wanted to know if there are any difference with the bones of the following period, the Wadi Suk period, with the beginning of the 2nd millennium, especially because there's a climate change. We know about this climate change from different sides, and they wanted to really study the bones of the Wadi Suk period. So they asked for this project, and this is the first group of students who is now coming to really do an analysis of the bones of the tombs from the Wadi Suk period.
The tombs here, there's a very rich archaeological history in Ras Al Khaimah, and the tombs themselves, they're very interesting. We're finding bones from kind of the smallest babies who maybe weren't even born alive to very old individuals. So it looks like from both time periods we have people of all ages in the tombs, but beyond that we really need to collect a lot more data and then see what we find. We are training undergraduate university students in how to learn about bones, but we're also bringing them to Ras Al Khaimah to experience the UAE and to learn more about archaeology in general in the area. And we are also hoping to bring this into the local community and to engage in some workshops in learning about what skeletons can tell you about the archaeological past.
As a history major, I thought this trip was going to be very helpful for me, especially because I'm just down the road from here actually. I'm from Saudi Arabia, so I was like, oh, this would be really cool. I like bones, I like anthro, I like archaeology, so it'd be really cool for me to go learn something and do something that's related to my culture.
So the whole experience has been really interesting. I've never been in the area, but I've traveled a lot, so it's nice to be in a new, interesting place. The bones are really interesting because I'm a biology major, so I really like the science aspect of it all and seeing the bones and the different ways they can fragment and how we're able to identify them by the different features and markings that we see on them. And it's all just been really interesting, especially when we can see kind of like the pathological side of it and like what potentially could have happened to the individuals in their life